Woohoo, Eileen, I'm so excited to see you. And this is going to be an awesome podcast, right?
Yes, and because we're going to talk about some myths.
Yes. Myths about
Myths.
home-based
And
business. We call it
yes,
biz, right?
and myths seem to be like passed on. And so let's take care of some of these myths. So
All right.
let me just share that the reason Erica and I are doing this is for those of you who may be meeting us for the first time. We've been in business for years, and we both have the same philosophy. When you work from the heart, you're never hard at work. Erica's all about blessing and the blessing method. And we just really want to help people be on a mission. We want you after this, podcast today, that you become on a mission to help bust those myths. Wasn't there a show called Mythbusters?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that show.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought there was Mythbusters. So we're the Mythbusters today. Okay. That's a hard one. I'm like giving you a list.
Yeah, no.
So can I start?
Please.
Okay. Who has been told this myth? Oh, Erica, trust me, the products will sell themselves.
Oh, boy.
That is a myth. Unless your products have wings and feet and fly out of the house, that doesn't happen. What I think people are really trying to say is that the products will sell. They will sell. But you bring them to life. I'm going to tell you a quick story or a little example. Erica.
I got my baby. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I want you to think about this for a minute. Have you ever been in a house where it smells so good and you go, oh my gosh, it smells like fresh bread. And they go, oh yeah, I made bread today. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, how do they have time? And then they show you this bread machine. Well, the next time you're in a department store or a store where there's a bread machine, what happens? Those people who used the bread machine and it smelled so good brought it to life for you and you're looking for it. Yes. So I believe that the myth that the products sell themselves has caused a lot of people to experience disappointment. Oh, I want to do this myth busting and say, if you're using a product that you believe in, it's sold to you. So what that means is someone brought it to life. You had a need for it. You could see clear what it could do for you. Yes. And I think that's why I love being in sales. People avoid that word, but I always say I love bringing something to life that can make a difference and change your life. What do you think?
I love it. And I want to say that I believe that the leaders, sorry if you get mad at me, but I do have 30 years of business and sales experience. When you teach your downline or you teach someone who's going to be an affiliate with you that it sells itself, you're doing them a disservice because then you're not teaching them how to solve problems or close the sale, meaning just asking for it. They are just waiting and they're waiting. They're showing up online and they're just waiting. And then they get discouraged. So maybe we can just stop saying this.
I think myth busting right now, this myth or whatever, busting this myth will lead to more excitement and never disappointment. So that's number one. Okay, I want you to talk about this idea with this myth about customers and friends.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So for some reason, when people start their home-based business, they are told to write a list of 100 friends. But that doesn't mean that your 100 friends are your ideal client. And then what happens is it triggers inside that the person isn't supporting you if they say no or they're not interested, because we've decided that a friend should buy regardless. We should be happy that they said no to us because we don't want people spending their money on something they didn't want, right? So because they're your friends or your family, they are not obligated. Your job as a small business owner is to get in front of your ideal client so you can solve the problems, just like Eileen said, asking questions, solving problems, have them fill out your survey, but nobody is obligated to buy from you. And if they say no, they're not interested, you should be like, yes, well, good for them with their boundaries. It has nothing to do with you. Wait, let me just do my pointer finger. It has nothing to do with you. Okay.
I think you're so right. I've often said this at a workshop when I do them, we just get so tied up in what people we think should do. We think they should do it. But I want you to imagine, Erica, you may like this, but let's imagine I opened up a skydiving school.
You
Okay.
think I'm going to like skydiving?
So if I call you up and say, I just opened up a skydiving school and you trust me, we've known each other for years. We're like
Yes.
close friends, right? Okay. And Erica says to me, are you kidding? I hardly look out like an elevator that's a glass elevator at the top. I don't say, oh no, this means other people aren't going to like it. I accept that, you know what? Erica is not interested in getting over whatever she needs to jump out of a plane, but there will be people who are interested. And I would go to big conventions and seminars and say, how many of you are interested in skydiving? Hands would go up, not very many. And I would say, you know what? A skydiving instructor understands from the beginning there will be more people who are disinterested than are, and they're there for those people who are.
Exactly. And you know what? Even if that wasn't my jam, my cup of tea, what I could do as a friend is say, well, do you have a flyer or a gift card or a coupon that I could share out? Or if I knew someone who was interested, I could buy a gift for them to go for the experience. So there's other things that friends can do, even if they're not interested too, right?
And I think the important part of this is too, because you would trust me, right?
Yes.
You would trust that if your friend was going to use the skydiving school, you would say, I'm sure she's done safety check. I just know her and I feel really comfortable referring her. So that's where the friends and family can really be helpful. They know you, they trust you, they understand that you're caring and that kind of thing. So that's where they can be. So
you know what? All I can picture right now is you with the little helmet and a cape right now.
What's funny is that I use this analogy because I won't even go on a roller coaster.
I know. I was going to say, you just had a breakthrough not too long ago with the glass, right, at the cruise.
I did. I was so proud of myself.
Yes.
So,
I was proud of you too, and you inspired others.
Good. Well, okay. I'm going to do my last one, then you can do it. Okay. Here's the myth I'm busting through. Salespeople are pushy.
Oh.
Salespeople are manipulative. I don't believe successful salespeople make it long if they're pushy and manipulative. Let me give you an example. Let's imagine we're going to go buy a computer. You and I are going to Best Buy.
All right.
Okay. So we go in and they say, may I help you? And I say, oh, I need a new computer. And they go, oh, well, you need this one and this and this and this. I would look and like, Erica, they're showing me the most expensive computer. Why are they doing this? But if the person said, well, tell me what you're going to do with this computer. What are you going to use it for? You have a budget for your computer?
Yes.
Is this an expected purchase or was it one of those unexpected that you just have to get right away? Right. I'd be turning to you and saying, wow, I'm so glad we met this person today.
The expert.
Yes, and they're interested in our needs. And so I'm going to ask you in a minute to talk about this survey. But I think for me that a salesperson is only as pushy and manipulative as we allow them to be. And the reason I say that is because I used to be a real wimp. And I used to think salespeople are obnoxious and pushy till I realized it was me. Now, if I go in to buy something and I'm not there or I don't like what they're saying, I will just say, I want to be fair to you. I am not planning to make a purchase today, no matter what you say to me. So I want to go ahead and give you an opportunity to find someone who is interested. But I'm not. Thank you. Yeah. I just am very confident now. So no one is pushy to me. Okay. No one's manipulating me because I'm able to see that I would rather someone tell me they're not interested now. It doesn't mean forever. But why would I want to convince someone to use, those wonderful things we like to smell and rub on us that make us feel good, right? Yes. I don't want to convince anyone because I was essential oil resistant. Now I'm essential oil consistent. Yes. I needed to be in that space and position when I was ready. Mm-hmm. And the person who introduced both of us did not just give up on us, but they weren't really a pest. They weren't an annoyance. And so I think that for those of you who have said the reason you're not sharing is you don't want to be pushy. You don't want people to think you're manipulating. Start to be that person I mentioned at Best Buy that I said that asks some questions, and tell them about the survey you're into. This is a great way to be sure you're never
Of
pushy.
course, yes. And so I just want to say that my friend and I wrote a book, right? And he always calls me Curious George because he said I have so many questions, which
That's
are really
good.
great, really great. I want to say this and write this down, guys, that you are one question away from, I believe, a different number in your bank account. So people don't ask questions. They do a lot of talking about what they like, and or they do a lot of assuming. And in the example you gave, right, the pushy salesperson, right, was just talking about what they liked. And at one of my courses, I talk about how do you know when a potato is going bad because it sprouts eyes. The same thing for a salesperson. You know it's going bad when there's a lot of I. Keep the focus on them. And how I do it, because I was shy and I just really wanted people to tell me what they wanted so I could serve them. So that I didn't have to say it, I had them fill out a survey. And this started long time ago when I had my salon and when I sold cars, direct sales, network marketing, affiliate marketing, all of it. You ask strategic questions. The key is, though, it has to be based on psychology and marketing. You cannot say to them, what do you want to buy? They don't know. They don't know what you have. They don't know how you can solve their problem. So you kind of have to point out how you can serve them. And then all you do is present from what they said. You could do the same thing in person, ask questions, but you want to guide them with the questions, right? Not all this phony baloney, how's the weather, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you could say that, but you got to get to the point, right?
Well, and I believe that what happens is too many people do what I call schmoozing in the beginning. And if someone's schmoozing with me, oh, Eileen, how are you? What are you doing this weekend? And then
you're waiting, right?
Yeah.
Waiting.
Well, I love the person who says, I'm calling today to introduce something new that I'm excited about. And if I go, oh, I'm not interested, and they go, oh, no problem. So what are you doing this weekend? How's your family? Yes. I think, wow, what a nice person. When I wasn't interested in what they were sharing, they still wanted to talk to me.
Yes.
But if you do the schmoozing first and you ask after and you're not interested, it's an awful, awkward situation.
It is. And let me tell you guys something. Do you want team members or people to do business with that are like Eileen and myself? Then you need to get to the point, because we are business women and we don't want people to play games, right? And you might not think you are, but with the lack of questioning, it is. If you were to call, like Eileen's like, Erica, I need your address. Okay, I'm going to mail you something. Erica, did you receive it? Yes. Erica, I want to talk to you about what I sent you. When's a good time? Like, boom. And then she got right to the point, and she was kind, and, and how's Gigi and stuff like that. But there was a purpose for the call. And I think a lot of people are taught, well, I hope the hey girl phenomenon is gone, but they're taught to just go pretend to be friends with people to then sell to them. Find out if they're interested.
Be intentional, right? Be intentional, but also care about a person, whether they have intentions of doing anything new as far as business,
Yes.
And that brings me up to one more before we close, at least for me.
Yeah.
I think people are not understanding. There's a myth with social media too. I need to bust this myth right now. Just posting and posting and posting and posting and posting. Okay, let's do this myth busting here. Posting is like an announcement. A personal message is an invitation, is an intentional thing. If I see someone now who says that they hurt themselves and they hurt their knee or their leg, you know where I'm going with this. What am I going to say?
Yeah.
I have lived with chronic pain, and I was so blessed for someone to introduce me to this product that I would love to share it with you. I'm intentional in sharing because I know.
But she was kind, because she probably said, I'm sorry, I read that you.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask, how did it happen within that same sharing?
Yes.
So that they know that I do have something that I can help them with.
Yes.
And so I think with social media, the biggest myth we have to bust is you don't just sit and post all day. You can post post, but then you have to interact with
Yes. Yes. That's the thing. So, I teach how to attract people with social media, but there's a strategy. So you've got to post, but you need to show up. You need to show up on their timeline and message them for things like the hurt knee or the dog that passed away or the wedding or the new grandbaby or whatever, you need to interact with people because that's what the platform is designed for. And then see if they have a need. But what happened, I believe, because I've been virtual like 12 years, is when the pandemic came, people thought, oh, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to make videos. And then they're let down. They're like, well, nobody bought. Well, my thing is, how'd you know they were even interested? Why are you showing up telling everyone how fabulous your shakes are? Did they ever say, I need to lose weight, I need more energy? You have to know who you're trying to attract to you. You just have to layer it, okay? So I would say if you are posting all about your business constantly, you're turning people off. They want to see your life. They want to know about you. And when they comment, respond, go to Messenger, chit chat, right? And then get down to it. Have them fill out your survey.
I always look at, the posting is an invitation, but did you put in an RSVP card? Do you find out, can you interact and find out what's going on? And so that's why I like, if we're doing something fun, like cooking with essential oils or pets in essential oils or kids in essential oils, I will post, but then I think, who do I know who I want to be sure that I invite? Because I remember reading they were having a problem with a dog who's scared of noises or something like that. Then I want to go and interact. So, well, I hope we were good myth busters today.
I think we were. We should call that TV show and tell them that Eileen and Erica need the biz myth busters, okay? Because I think this was really great. I think it's going to hit home. Some people might not like what we had to say, but I want you to take it in. I want you to process it. Be in change growth. That's me. I'm in the change growth mode. As I said, I'm getting a divorce and I'm in a different chapter of my life and I'm sucking in. I'm thirsty for knowledge and take it in, process it, and see if there's any tweaks that you can make in your business or share with others. That's all we ask, right?
Yeah, and if you have a myth that you think or something you want us to address in a future one, we may do another myth buster.
I love it. That should be like our monthly thing. Okay, comment below with some myths you need us to bust, okay?
We're ready.
All right,
everybody. Bye.
Bye.